This is a reading to try to figure out what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. So, what I see is that it definitely was a mob hit, okay? And I know that there is so many theories about what happened to him. There's so many stories that, came out and then they yielded no results. And I feel like this reading is pretty straightforward. So, what we have here is a family in charge. Okay, so that says to me that the mafia is involved, okay? And they entered into an agreement, a partnership with somebody. There's multiple people involved, and they were all cooperating with each other to get this done, okay? I feel like the person that they entered into a partnership with, they offered money to, okay? And there was a lot of emotions about this whole situation on Jimmy's part, on who I believe the partnership is with. I feel like the partnership was with one of his close friends, okay? The close friend accepted money to help these people get rid of him, okay? That person knew what was going to go down, okay? And what it has to do with is keeping the family in charge, okay? So, obviously, if people don't know what the story is behind Jimmy Hoffa, he was a union boss, and he went to jail for quite a while, for various reasons, I believe. And when he got out of prison, he sort of let it be known that he desired to become the union boss again. But the mafia had already taken over the union, so they weren't gonna let that happen. So the idea behind it was we need to keep the family in charge. So they went to his friend, offered his friend money. His friend was emotional about it, okay, but did it anyways, cooperated with them, okay? There was probably threat to his life if he didn't, okay? And what I see, what happened is when he met up with his friend, okay, his friend took him, with the other people there, okay, took him to somebody in charge, okay? So this person would have been the person that killed him. Jimmy, what I feel like is when he went with these people, he started to feel worried about it. He knew that something was wrong. He knew that this was not right. And when he saw this person, the person in charge, this is the person that killed him, he accepted defeat. So he knew that it was over. He knew he was gonna die, and he just accepted it. There was nothing he could do to change their mind about it. He may have not even had enough time to even think about it, because he probably saw this person and just knew, it's over, I'm done. And they could have killed him. Now, just because this card is here, I'm gonna venture to say that they probably shot him in the back or in the back of the head, okay? So something with the back, and hit him over the head from the back. He didn't see the actual murder coming, but when he saw that person, he knew he was going to be murdered. So it'd be like if you walked into a room with a bunch of people, you saw that guy, and then you're like, oh fuck, you know, I'm screwed, and then bam, you're shot in the back of the head. So it was something like that, okay? Now, the reason why I say it, the partnership was with his friend, was because they found Jimmy Hoffa's hair in his friend's car. And, you know, that would be easy enough to, like, explain away and say, like, well, yeah, he rode around in my car all the time, you know, because he's my best friend. But the friend said to the police that he had never been in his car. So that says to me that's somebody trying to cover up their tracks, and they're not doing a very good job of it. So, so that's what I feel like how the friend was involved. The friend was involved in order to get him in the car with these people. Because if these people, which is like the mafia people, if they would have come to him and asked him, like, get in our car or whatever, like, he wouldn't have gone. Like, he would have known something was wrong or up with that. But because his friend was with him, and his friend, according to his friend, it was okay, he was like, okay, I'll go with you because you're my friend, I trust you. But then there was worry on the way, and then when he saw that guy, he knew it was over, okay? Now, there is a lot of speculation over where is he, like, where is his body, and there's been a lot of stories that have come out about that people know where his body is and all this stuff. And what the cards told me was that we're never going to find his body. The reason being is because what these cards are telling me is that they had a hard time deciding what to do with his body. Ultimately, what they chose to do is there was claim that they cremated his body, and I believe it's true. I believe that they cremated his body, and then they scattered the ashes all over the place. So I feel like they put some of it in water, they put some of it on the ground. Like, they wanted to make sure that, like, there would be no trace of him whatsoever. Like, you know, no way to find anything. So the idea of scattering the ashes, you know, would be to, you know, like, make sure that it never comes back to haunt them. Like, you know, like, there's no finding of anything. And they're quite content with this. I think that they actually, the people that were involved, I feel like they found it funny that, like, you know, there was so much speculation over, like, where's his body, because they knew what was going on. They were quite content with that. Like, they knew what happened to him, and they knew that no one would ever find his body because his body doesn't exist anymore. So unfortunately, you know, that's what happened to Jimmy Hoffa. He was murdered by the mafia, and they burned his body, and they scattered the ashes in water and over land in order to make sure that nobody ever found a speck of him. So, hope you like that, and let me know if you'd like a personal reading, and thank you for listening.